President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, abeg, Tinubu, abeg, I tell God dey beg you, abeg. No come out again for 2027, abeg. The one wey don do us don do, abeg, Tinubu, abeg. Tinubu, I need am dey beg you, abeg. APC, abeg, una no come again 2027, abeg. Nigerians we dey suffer, we dey hungry, abeg, Tinubu, abeg you, no come again, abeg. 2027 no wan see your poster again, Tinubu, I beg you. If you get anything we don do you, forgive us. Abeg, we don do 2027, Tinubu, I take God beg you. APC, abeg. Hunger too much, insecurity too much, starvation too much, unemployment too much, your hardship is too much. Tinubu, abeg, oh, Tinubu, abeg, we no need you again. 2027, na just 2 years we dey suffer like this. You can't do 8 years, na im be say bring power, hungry go kill us o, insecurity go finish us. Tinubu, abeg, make come 2027. I tell God beg you, abeg. I dey beg Sheyi Tinubu, I dey beg im wife, abeg, una no come 2027, abeg. Thank you. God bless you. No come 2027. Yeah?
Hello everyone and welcome back. My people, what is happening in Nigeria is so heartbreaking, so sad. Like this Tinubu and his cohort are so heartless. So this man kneels before Tinubu's 2027 re-election campaign billboard as he begs him not to come out for 2027 election, that the suffering in the country is too much, that Tinubu and APC people should not contest again in the next election. Nigerians have suffered enough in their hands. These people are so wicked, like they have started campaigning for 2027 election. Why Nigerians are suffering, like we don't even know whether we are going to get to that 2027. But these people are now focused on 2027. When Tinubu removed the fuel subsidy, he said that we should be patient, that it will not be too long for us to start benefiting from this fuel subsidy removal. My people, this is Tinubu's 2 years in office, and he is still telling us to be patient while Nigerians are dying. Like this Tinubu government is only the politicians that are benefiting from this particular government. Because when you ask them now, where is the money they are saving from fuel subsidy removal, they will tell you that the state governors are now receiving more money than before due to fuel subsidy removal. Then what are they doing with the money? Nigerians are not benefiting from this fuel subsidy removal. Like before, is even more better when fuel subsidy was there. So what is the need of removing fuel subsidy? Why we Nigerians are not benefiting from it? Tinubu's e-policies have brought nothing but sorrow and suffering to Nigerians, and now they are talking about 2027 election. My people, these people are so insensitive, so wicked. And also talking about this Tinubu lopsided appointment, which the Northerners are crying up and down. Like when you look at that list, if there is anyone supposed to be complaining, supposed to be Southeast, right? But the way the Northerners are going about it, you ask yourself, like, what is going on? Because these people feel that they are the owner of Nigeria, right? So they're supposed to get all the juicy positions. I kind of love like the Shegebanza Tinubu are showing everyone, both the Northerners. Yes, my people, make I not talk too much. Let me allow you guys to listen to this insightful discussion from Barrister Darlington to hear what he said concerning this Tinubu government, especially this is lopsided appointment, like the way he is treating Igbos in this particular government. Just take a listen.
So how do we talk about the situation, this very recent situation about the Northeast National Assembly caucus, because of what Ali Ndume said? And they're saying that the president is not properly represented in terms of appointments. And I'm asking, the question I'm asking is, I beg, who's supposed to cry out between Northeast and Southeast? Say appointment is lopsided and that are underrepresented. Who's supposed to cry?
Esther.
Sir?
If you have been eating continental dish,
Continental dish. Okay.
Well garnish continental dish in a 5-star hotel, all of a sudden they start serving you akamu and beans.
That's a good food now. You can, if it's served properly, it's classy.
I said the continental dish. So
Okay.
then they start serving you ogi pap, and the beans ordinary. in Buka, and they see tell you that shebi we don't give you food, will you be happy given your status? The thing is that the North have been, there are some positions that are their birthright. Are you getting it? Whenever you are making an appointment, if they don't get those appointments, you have not given them anything, no.
Wahala.
Remember when this thing started, immediately Mene Kyari was removed as the NNPC managing director. That was when the heat started. That the North had not been given anything, no, this and that, oh. So left to me, it's not enough to say you are giving me appointment. What is the position of that appointment? What role am I supposed to play? Is it a very important position? Do I have a say in that position? Am I at the helm of affairs? Can I control authority and power in that position? Because these are the things that the North have always enjoyed. It's as simple as that. These are the things they have always enjoyed. So if you now make a Yoruba person or somebody from the Southwest, the MD, and then maybe somebody again, the deputy MD, they now bring a northern and say he is assistant to the deputy MD. The man will say, what kind of appointment? I don't have any power here now.
So in other words, Kini, what are you explaining?
What I'm saying now is that why they are crying out, in spite of the fact that they have the highest number of appointees, the positions are not juicy enough. Can't you get it? They didn't get a CBN governor. They didn't get a minister of finance. They didn't get the internal affairs. They didn't get custom. Esther, they didn't get which is that one again? All those, you understand, these are the things they are talking about. Nothing else. So yeah, if you are giving them those things and take the other one, they won't even bother. Are you getting it now? That has been the position. So when they have been shortchanged in this position, they cry because ordinarily it has been their traditional birthright to occupy those positions.
What birthright? Who is giving them birthrights?
Esther, it is the same birthright we gave them to do whatever they like. It is the same birthright some people from that region can kill and get away and nothing will happen. It is the same birthright. Abi, is it not true? Let any other person from the other region try what these killer herdsmen are doing. Then you understand what I mean by birthright. Let any other person from other region go to the north, kill the villagers there, and they occupy their villages, like they are doing in Plateau and Benue today. You mean those things, they don't matter, Abi? You mean it does not matter? When the north are crying out, let us rationalize it now. If we begin to do what they are doing so far, there will be no Nigeria. That's the truth. Some of the impunity and arrogance they have displayed so far is very provocative. Up to today, I still wonder why the North are not talking about this killing. Rather, they are always interested in they are always interested in power, position, politics. But this killing, they have never called a meeting. They have never been bothered. They have never even been interested. And this has been going on for 15 years now. So that will tell you the kind of mentality that is playing out there. The kind of things that is going on through their mind. And I keep saying it that one day, this selective approach to issues will cause problem. Because the people you are killing, they are not stupid. One day they will fight back. One day they will fight back. And I pray what will happen that day. We have been saying it now, that the North should reign it because these people are from their side. It is only the owner of a mad dog that will call a mad dog to order. It's as simple as that. Because whenever somebody may be out of anger or something, they try to retaliate, you see how they will flare up. Bring the person that killed that Fulani man or Hausa man. But what the Hausa or Fulani man was doing, nobody will talk about it. So it is very, very bad. Very, very bad. We should tell them that this is not how to build a united Nigeria. That's what I'm saying here. Whenever they are doing so, they should be circumspect. Know that these people that are doing this, they are not stupid. We are doing this so that there will be one Nigeria. We are tolerating and accommodating this so that there will be one Nigeria. We are doing all this so that there will be peace in Nigeria. Imagine if all of us have the same mindset, Esther. Just imagine.
I'm telling you.
Imagine if we have the same mindset. What will happen in Nigeria by now?
Because speaking in that same regard, Shehu Sani actually said that is the Kaduna Central Senator. Today, he observed that Yorubas and Northerners dominated the list of President Bola Tinubu's political appointments, which is trending online. The Tinubu Special Advisor on Media and Public Communications, Sunday Dare, who had shared the first list made by the president. And while he gave a breakdown, Dare said Tinubu appointed 71 Northerners, 63 Southerners, and also from 134 federal appointments. Dare actually provided a breakdown in response to a comment by the Borno South Senator Ali Ndume. So if this Northern caucus are complaining, where does it leave the Southeast that are highly underrepresented? And if there have been calls and complaints about the fact that they feel isolated, they feel underrepresented, they feel the federal character in the 1999 Constitution is not duly upheld, then how do you expect them to feel? How do you address these grouses?
Esther, if we begin to give this appointment according to your contribution to national treasury, according to your contribution to the national GDP, please, who should be on top? You can see. That is where they say monkey they walk, baboon they
the person
chop.
that should be on top, the people that should be on top is the South people.
Of course. South, and then followed by the Southeast. It's on record. Go and check their contributions all over Nigeria. South with their oil, which is the mainstay of the economy. Look at where they are. The South is in cost 16. Yet nobody is talking or complaining from that area. But the region where we have mostly this terrorism that is dragging us backward. Look at what they are saying. Imagine what we have spent on this terrorism. How it has dragged us back. How it has brought us shame and infamy all over the world. Yet the people there are not even bothered. That is my concern here. They just feel that what is going on is normal. People those people, they have the right to kill. In fact, they have the license to kill. So that one is not a problem. But let one of them be apprehended by these angry villagers and killed. You see what will happen. So how is that fairness? How? No, tell me, how is that fairness? Unfortunately, because they have been doing it over the years and getting away with it, if you now want to rewrite history and let things be fair to everybody, they will now flare up and say you are cheating them, you are killing them, you are doing this, you are doing that. But the people that have been killing for over 15 years now, those people are not human beings. You can see now, they are animal, they are not worthy to live. My dear, let these people the people that are behind this, let them be very careful. We have been saying it repeatedly here. All the people that are supposed to talk, they will not talk now. Because I know there is a limit to endurance and tolerance. There is a limit to it. This thing that they are fanning the embers of war, fanning the embers of disunity. I hope they will wait when the thing starts. The northern leaders have an opportunity to rein in these mad dogs who are destroying Nigeria. Esther, do you know the most painful aspect of these things?
What's the most painful?
These killers are not from Nigeria. Esther, they are not Nigerians. But just because they speak the language of some people in Nigeria, they claim that they are Nigerians. Like in Fulanis all over the world, they speak the same language of Fufude.
Fufu.
They have the same language. So whenever they meet themselves, they believe that here they are at home. Ordinarily, go and check. They are not from Nigeria. They are not. Because if they are, tell me how you leave your family land or family house somewhere. Then you now come over here, kill people in their own villages and homestead, and then occupy it as your own. You rename it as your village. If you have a home, you won't do that.
But barrister, the reason why I'm asking you this question is that it's actually a little bit, I don't want to use the word surprising, but I think a region in this part of the world have gotten used to not being considered. So they keep quiet. There's no need to bother to say anything.
Yeah.
There's no need to cry out and say, oh, you're not representing us. Oh, I don't like what you people are doing. Please, you must consider us, because they already feel like they will not even be paid attention to, or they will not be answered. So how do you look at this?
Do you know why I don't want to talk about it? As an Igbo man, the moment I say it now, you will see that man from Bagada. You're always talking of tribal issues.
It's not. It's the data
I
that is
said, let
here.
me just mention. You will see. He will call now and reply, and all this one I'm saying, you will not hear it. Oh, it's not important. That's why I didn't want to talk about the Igbos. My dear, we are not bothered. That's why I keep telling you that we are holding the peace of this country. What we are tolerating, what we are enduring, no other ethnic group in Nigeria will endure it. Quote me. No other, nobody. Is it that we are stupid? No. Is it that we are not hardworking? No. Is it that we are not strong? No. Is it that we are not diligent? No. Is it that we are not educated? No. But we want peace to reign in Nigeria. We are displaying it practically.
But why is federal character not actually represented?
It
not part of our constitution. And the president is the president of every region, every geopolitical zone, every geographical location. So why shouldn't federal character be highly represented? Considering the president antecedent, somebody who is a true Democrat, who fought for democracy, one of the founders of NADECO, persons that went through a lot of persecution for fighting for the freedom of Nigerians and for us to start operating within a democratic system. So why is that not implemented?
How will it be implemented? All this you are saying now, in fact, I have my reservation, because most time what they say is not what they do. They will use this activism, human rights activism, to deceive Nigerians, to believe in them, to give them power.
What kind of what human rights activism?
You said it now that he fought for democracy,
yes,
for
that.
Yes.
During the military
but you can see now that was not the original intention. It was a selfish interest that he was fighting for.
Or do you think maybe the ideal that time was different from what?
No, it's the same thing that brought him to office. It's the same activism now. He was protesting all through. He was protesting. You look at what you had all he told the PDP and Jonathan. He was protesting. So it's not as if it happened 50 years ago. It just recently now. So everything he told Nigerians, is he doing them? The answer is no. Esther, the answer is capital no.
Well, some projects are already coming to fruition. It's just 2 years, and it doesn't take magic. In as much as the president told us he will kick the ground running as soon as he assumes office, it takes time. The presidency has said something. I think one of his aide, I can't remember which one of them, they said that if the policies the president is implementing now have been implemented by the previous administration, or even during the era of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, that would have begun to yield some profit, and the pains and constraints we're going through now wouldn't have been as dire.
Like what project, Esther? What project? Where was this economy before APC hijacked it?
What do you mean by hijacked it?
Yeah, they did. Because the man that is talking, if they have been implemented 20 or 200 years ago, it wouldn't have been like this.
No,
where was this economy?
Nobody hijacked it.
No,
in 2015, Nigerians wanted change. The APC seemed to be the party that they adopted.
No, it was a hijack, my dear.
In what capacity?
Yeah, because if it wasn't, things wouldn't have gone south under their watch.
No, do you know the meaning of hijack?
When you took something by force.
Exactly. If you say they took it by force in 2015, what was that mantra for change and the wholesome acceptance of the APC?
Good. Who told you that? We are seeing the reality on ground now. You are still debating. Now let me ask you, if something was moving fine, smoothly, people were enjoying life, there was a life, there was an economy, there was the middle class, and immediately you came into office, everything disappeared. Esther, disappeared completely. What does that tell you? And you are still telling me if things were put in place. So nothing was in place. When we were buying rice, a bag of rice for 8,000 naira, nothing was in place, Abi. When the exchange rate was $1 to 200 and 197 naira, there was nothing in place. When we had a middle class in this country, nothing was in place. So nothing was in place.
Was a global recession after COVID.
Nothing was in place when companies were working, and under their watch, 7.2 million of those companies have closed down and disappeared from anywhere. You can't find them. Nothing was in place, Esther. And we had only Boko Haram to contend with under PDP and Jonathan. Now, under your watch, 5 more have entered Nigeria, and we don't even know which one to contend with. Nothing was in place, so nothing was in place, Nigerians. You can see. They didn't put anything in place at all. Nothing. Nothing was in place. So what are they putting in place now? And at what cost? Tell me. Nothing was in place and Nigerians bought it. Nothing was in place at all. What did they now put in place after 10 years now? 10 years. 10 years ago, APC have not put anything in place. So they are still complaining, blaming somebody.
APC does not mean that the president's administration began in 2023. The previous administration was under Muhammadu Buhari.
No.
If the former president wasn't intelligent, creative enough, if he did not have competent representatives or persons within his cabinet to help him rejuvenate Nigeria, rejuvenate the economy, provide security as the party had campaigned then, is it the president's fault? And if you recall, during that period, the president was sidelined. That is, our current president was sidelined. He wasn't obviously seen within the corridors of power to provide economic, ideas on how former President Buhari could have revitalized the country.
Esther,
Sir?
the job you are trying to do this evening, it will not work, especially with me. Seriously, it will not work.
What is the job, Barrister? We are looking at all sides of this issue.
You are doing everything to clean up this mess. Unfortunately, it is not cleaning.
No, I'm not cleaning up the mess. We're just logically trying to look at things.
Because look at it. If you are good as you claim, the moment you come into office, you look at the issues on ground. You don't just take a rational action. After the damage has been done, you now start looking for damage control to our expense. Because what is the policy that Tinubu put in place that is working today? That you can say, yes, this policy is working. Has he not been trying to reverse all his policies because of the painful aspect of it? That is not bringing any dividend. The subsidy, they told us that with the removal of subsidy, in fact, it will be Uhuru. Go and read. I was here with you that day. That inaugural speech, I listened to it here on this platform that day. And I told you what is going to happen. Please, Esther, did it not come to pass? So those things that he said about subsidy removal, where is the dividend 2 years down the line? Where is it? Esther, where is it? You can see. You can see that no policy was thought out. By now, you should have been seeing the dividend of that subsidy removal. Unfortunately, we are hearing now that somebody wants to pay 7.7 trillion naira to NNPC for subsidy money. They will give it all manner of name, but you and I know that it's for subsidy. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because when he was reading that inaugural speech, he didn't tell us that even when we remove this subsidy, we are going to go to pay shortfall, upfall, side fall, or whatever. They give it all sorts of them just to confuse the public. You said subsidy have been removed. Therefore, people can go and import fuel and pay and sell according to how they... Is that not true? So which one is shortfall and the downfall for NNPC? Tell me, which one? Are they supposed to be importing fuel after what he said? You can see. So anybody telling you, it's just that nobody challenges these people when they talk. Telling me if they have... Look, Buhari said it when he came into office, and for 8 years he did not put anything in place. So,
all right, let's look at things factually. Let's look at the monies borrowed so far by this administration, which obviously Ali Ndume had to give a breakdown. He said, for example, in June 2023, the federal government borrowed $500 million for a women program called NPMWPS. In the same June 2023, another $800 million was borrowed to cushion the effects of the increase in the price of petroleum products. Again, on September 23, 2023, $700 million was borrowed for adolescent girl initiatives. Again, in December 2023, $750 million was borrowed for renewable energy scale-up. On June 24, 2024, $1.5 billion was borrowed to support Nigeria for Economic Stabilization Act for the economy. Then another $750 million was borrowed for technical support to stabilize Nigeria's economy and scale up support for the poor. Adume said by his calculation, the entire money borrowed was $9.45 billion, approximately 13 trillion naira. Now, when asked whether the loans were with the approval of the National Assembly, Ndume said it was not of his knowledge. He wasn't aware, but that these loans, according to him, he called it spurious. He's not against borrowing, but he called it spurious. spurious spending, and that he was not aware that the National Assembly even knew about it.
Oh.
So basically, the question is, the president has economic policies on ground, but we haven't seen the data for all those monies borrowed, what they were utilized for.
Good.
Who is responsible for ensuring that we see the data and the effect that indeed the projects that they have stipulated, that they borrowed that money for and they were granted, that they have actually done it, or they have commenced the process? Or will it take like maybe 4 years for that to be accomplished?
Apart from this money, Esther, have you had or seen the record of the subsidy removal, what you have gained from it so far? Ali, there should have been, because when Abacha increased the price of, I think, from 11 to 14 naira, that was when they set up PTF. So the difference of 3 or 4 naira was going to that PTF, Petroleum Trust Fund,
yes,
headed by Buhari that time. We saw where it was going. Abi? Now, this subsidy thing, where is it? Who is in charge of it? Nobody. You cannot sit down and calculate that, yes, so this is how much we have saved and all that. Nobody can give account of that money. It is not computed. And it cannot be calculated. So, and you have borrowed this kind of money under how many years and still counting. So you can see when somebody telling you nothing was in place, an excuse to go and borrow money and share, because we are not seeing where this money is going to. All the things they told you they want to do with this money, where are they? Esther, where are they? Does it take a century to implement a policy? If you say you want to go and borrow money from a bank now for a project, you handle it. The bank will even follow you to go and see the bank, monitor it and see the feasibility study. Immediately they give you the money. 2-3 days after, they expect action. They will see it. Somebody will be going to inspect the project from the bank to make sure that their money is not wasted. But in this case now, all this money they called out for specific project, where are they? We are supposed to be seeing those things by now. Nothing. We are still being promised. Somebody called, nothing was on ground. Nothing was on ground. You that have come to put something on ground, where is it? What are you putting on ground now? Where is it? The same excuse, oh. The same excuse. The same party. You can see. I just gave you specific what we were enjoying under PDP. You mean those people that managed the economy that time and Nigerians were enjoying? They are stupid, Abi. It is you now that have made things worse and harsh that is wiser. How do you rationalize it? No, how do you defend hardship? How? That you are suffering in the midst of plenty and you are trying to defend it. Look, nobody will listen to you. This other party that made Nigeria to feel governance. You mean they don't know what they were doing? It is you that know what you are doing. Yet, we have not seen what you are doing. By now, Esther, we would have been seeing something from at least one section of the economy. Either in agri sector or security, we would have seen that, yes, things are getting better. Things are, coming down. But every day, it is getting worse. And somebody is still defending it. That means these 4 years will just fizzle out. Esther, in the next 2 years, you have only 2 years now for the 4 years. So if you did not do anything in the last 2 years, please, is it in the next 2 years that will not do something that people will see?
The presidency has told us that these fundamental changes, all right, and the knitting of the brokenness within our economic fabric will actually take years. It's not something that we will begin to see the result now. So they are imploring Nigerians to be patient.
Good.
That our children will be the ones to benefit from this economic policy.
Are you serious?
But that this is the right step in the right direction. And possibly if the president continues with a second term in this trajectory, that we will now begin to see the positive outcome of this policy implementation.
Yes.
And maybe all the borrowings that he has made so far, we'll begin to realize its effect.
Exactly.
All the dormant sectors that we witnessed during the previous administration, we will now begin to see the actions which this policy implementation, how it would help open it and widen it up, that Nigerians should just calm down.
Are you serious?
They also said that it is based on sentiments that we have Nigerians just being condescending and not being patient with this administration. That Nigerians were more patient with former President Muhammadu Buhari than the president. That possibly is just because of its President Tinubu, and that is the reason why everything about his administration, anything they try to do, it's all taken back with negative backlash.
Are you serious? So please tell the person that said that thing that we are tired of this type of noise. As far as it's noise, tell him I said that when you are bitten by a snake, if you see the head of a lizard, don't wait to take off. This is exactly what Buhari told us. And say, with what he has done in the first term, when we give him a second term, he will now consolidate. When we give, he said this is the next level. The next level now become the next hardship until he left office.
Buhari was oblivious of what was going on in his government. He always said he was not on the know. He was not in the know.
Please don't tell me that. Don't even say that to anybody.
Solomon Dalong said that. He said it. He confirmed it.
Esther, please don't tell that to an angry man. No. I'm not joking. Let nobody come and say this type of thing. So you're a leader. You campaigned. You ask people for your vote. You tell them what you are going to do. Then you entered office only to come and tell me that you don't even know what they were doing. You don't know what was going on. Who will listen to you? First time, you didn't know what you are doing. Second time, you don't know what you are doing. Are you serious?
This is not sarcasm. This is actually the conversation. I follow a lot of ex
leave all those things. They are using it to deceive you. That's what I'm telling you. Don't listen to short talks. They can only tell that to the Marines, not me now. How can somebody tell you that he spent 8 years in office and he didn't know what he was doing in that office? And he's now using it as an excuse. Are you serious? Oh, he is, Abi. No, he eats food in that office. He pay his own bill. He send his children to school. And do other personal in that office. So, yet what concern Nigeria, he didn't know about it. And he's in that office. Are you serious, Esther? Please don't say this to somebody. I'm not joking. No. Don't even try it. If they tell you lies, now tell them they are lying. It's as simple as that. So that they don't think that I've said something very reasonable. You are now using a excuse that you don't know what's going on in the office you're occupying. And you want me to clap for you, Abi. So, who are the people responsible? Esther, the people responsible, did you now call them to order? You are the one that appointed them, or was it me? This was exactly what happened with Shagari. That when the military overthrew him, when the question they asked, he said, where is Umaru Diko? Every question they asked to Shagari when he was picked up, where is Umaru Diko? Everything Umaru Diko. That was why Buhari and the day was said they must get this Umaru Diko to come and answer questions. And the kidnap failed in the UK. And there was a diplomatic row. So why is it that people will just be looking for somebody? I am telling you authoritatively, Tinubu will blame somebody tomorrow. Esther, go and mark my word. Any day Tinubu leaves, he will blame somebody. And Nigerians will still have a way to say, it's true. It's true. People were criticizing him. He did not concentrate. In fact, he was always going to France. And that's why he did not concentrate. As if we told him to be going to France every week. He will use that excuse that you can see most of the time he traveled to France. And because of that, he did not know what was going on. This French trip that is distracting him. If he has concentrated in Nigeria, maybe he would have been doing better. So we should not blame him because he was always going to France. And somebody will say, it's true, yes. We should have stopped him when he was going to France now. We should have gone to the airport and said, Mr. President, don't go to France. Wait, don't go. So that he will concentrate on Nigerian business. Why is it that when people want to talk like this, they don't talk, I don't know. They don't talk anyhow. In a very serious matter. And you want me to sit down and clap for them and say, yes, it's true. Look at him now. Every time France, to working visit, this and that. All his media aides are supporting him. He can work anywhere. And say when the chiefs are done, the same aide will say, those days he was working outside, he was traveling, looking for investors. He did not even concentrate. He didn't know what was going on in Nigeria. Every time you all know, he was traveling. That's why he did not pay much attention.
So under your estimate now, would you say that Buhari's administration was way better? would you estimate with how you're explaining and categorizing and saying that there is nothing we are saying now that is going to make any sense about this administration, that the previous administration was better, despite how Nigerians were complaining bitterly from the previous administration? You wouldn't say that there is no sort of upliftment or a certain sense of, will I say, better off than before?
Two of them are the same.
Oh God, Darlington.
Two of them are, in fact, two of them are the same. You can't give any of them mark now because they are from the same party. Tinubu told you he will continue from where Buhari stopped. So what mark do you want me to give him, Esther? Tell me. If Tinubu are coming to office and then do things differently, and you and I are seeing it, like this subsidy thing, he will now look, call experts, come, this thing, yes, we want to remove it, but how do you go about it? Just what Jonathan was doing in office. Go and check. There is no policy decision Jonathan took without calling experts to come and advise him. He will call them, say, come, this, from pension reform to what is it called, ATM, TSA. He will test run before he will not say, okay, spread it out. But this APC, they just don't come and take things, I don't know. And when the thing backfire, they will start looking for somebody to give them soft landing. Not me. Esther, count me out, I will not.
Barrister Darlington, the Federal High Court in Abuja has thrown out a 50 billion naira lawsuit filed by Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Justice Inyang Ekwo, who gave the ruling today, said the case was struck out because it was not properly followed up. When the case came up in court, no lawyer showed up for either Kanu or the federal government. Justice Ekwo pointed out that during the last hearing, Kanu had no legal representative, while the government was represented. He also noted that the case had already been delayed 3 times for the same reason. Since there was no one in court to continue the matter, the judge decided to strike it out. Kanu has sued the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the AGF of the Federation over what he called a violation of his rights. He asked the court to decide whether the way and manner in which the plaintiff was abducted in Kenya, that is he, Nnamdi Kanu, an extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, is consistent with extant laws. He specifically mentioned the provisions of Article 12, subsection 4 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act Cap A9 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and Article Part 5, subsection A of the African Charter's principles and guidelines on human and people's rights while countering terrorism in Africa. He also wanted the court to rule on whether by the operation of Section 15 of the Extradition Act Cap E25, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, the plaintiff can be competently, legally tried for offences stated in counts 1 to 14 of the 15-count amended charge. So the question is, the 3 times that Nnamdi Kanu was going to have a legal representative in court for a case he filed against the federal government, it's either he wasn't present when his case was called for, or the federal government's legal representative were not present. And if this happened 3 times, therefore the case was dismissed. So why sell out a suit where you're not going to follow it up or follow it through?
If that matter was under Buhari now, Nnamdi Kanu would have followed it up. Because it happened under Buhari.
Okay.
That is what I think. And I know that the federal government wouldn't have won that case.
Are you sure?
I said I know very well. Because the first time that matter was mentioned at the Supreme Court level, the Supreme Court frowned at the way Nnamdi Kanu was rendition from Kenya.
Okay.
They said they don't even have a law to try him. They don't. So I think it is Nnamdi Kanu that is giving the federal government a soft landing. Because he would have won that case. There's no way they would have won that. No way. It's not possible. With all the legal authorities, all the charter, all the clauses, the federal government wouldn't have defended that case and won Nnamdi Kanu. So I think because of what is going on now, the present case that is going on, I think maybe that's why Nnamdi Kanu said, okay, or there was a discussion behind closed door. If not, I still don't know why Nnamdi Kanu didn't pursue that case. But I hazard a guess as to what happened. Because it was a good case for him. A very good case. A very good case. That would have embarrassed the federal government. Because I don't know where they will start. That they went to adopt a human being from another country. So what excuse will they give? No excuse. No amount of defense will exonerate them. So Nnamdi Kanu, maybe he traded that matter for this present one. Let's see how this one ends at the end of the day. That's what I think.
Okay. Like you said, maybe he traded it for this one, because I've heard from some feelers that he's hopeful that he may get bail this month. So maybe they had to prioritize which is more important.
Tell your papa, she, tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, she, tell your papa, people they die. Tell your papa, she, this one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago, where the mago mago dance, where the wuru wuru dance, where the mago mago dance. Tinubu, ebin pa mekunu. Ebin pa mekunu. Tinubu, ebin pa mekunu. How far? I swear your papa no try. Too much empty promises. Bala blue grammar, Bula blue wahala. On behalf of Nigerians, take our message to him. Kidnappers, they kill Nigerians. Sheyi, try travel by road without your security. Make you feel the pains of fellow Nigerians. You dey fly private jet. Insecurity no be your problem. Nigerians when they travel by road, some of them they face death sentence. Any Oriyo, Odile, Shagamu, Ore, Bini, experience. Make you tell Mr. President, hunger day, you still want make them cooperate. If people they protest, you soldiers suppress them. Removal of subsidy, a bold step they call it. How much your papa don't say since he removed subsidy? Lagos Calabar Coastal Road, 4.9 billion per kilometer, 700 kilometers, run into multiple trillion. When normal road inside town, no get any attention. Even Dave Mai don't do us mago. Judiciary is compromised. State of emergency inside River State. Graduate, grab am. Definition of this government. Akpabio, Natasha. I go soon shoot on a movie. Wait for it, it's coming. Tell your papa, she. Tell your papa, country hard. Tell your papa, she. Tell your papa, people they die. Tell your papa, she. This one don't pass jaga jaga, 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 yama, yama, wuru, ojoro, mago, mago. Where the mago mago dance, where the wuru wuru dance, where the mago mago dance. Sheyi, Alpha, Omo, baby look up. You say your papa not the best president. Okay, after 2 years, tell me what your papa don't do. Hunger won't kill us. To buy food, the luxury. Momo, Eja, Iresi, Ewa, Issue, Gari, Indomie, Spaghetti. People they jump inside lagoon because of economic hardship. Very wicked policy, anti-people's policy. Country hard, people they die. Hunger day, your papa no try. We are not against your father. If your papa do well, we go praise him. If you no do well, we go yarn him. To buy food, na luxury. Electricity, na luxury. Your papa don't increase tariff. Even the light we no see. To on AC, na luxury. Each one kill us for the country. To buy data, na luxury. 3 hours, you don't finish. Telecommunication companies unite with the government. Banking industry unite with the government to frustrate Nigerians. This na total wickedness. Your papa no be the best president. To buy cloth wear na luxury. One jeans 40k, t-shirt 25k. Also go, also come. Body no be firewood. Parent work every day. They still no fee pay school fees. Inflation for the nation. Nigerians no fee function. Shout out to very dark black man.